kid, have you ever used secret code language with anybody to communicate something? Ever? In your life, at school maybe? Oh, you mean like in the war? Gilles the giraffe. Wait, when were you in the war? I have said too much. Okay, so not like in the war, but maybe kind of like you're speaking in code, because that's what this kid has with his mom. A secret coded message that helps him when things are tough. Kind of like a superpower. Oh, look at that. Written by Nancy, who autographed the book for us. It always makes us feel very VIP, very important puppet people. Every time somebody personally signs an autograph, a book for us to read to you. Mom and I had a special code. It was like a superpower. Whenever I felt scared, nervous, uncomfortable, or just needed reassurance, you know, like when somebody says, it's going to be okay. And because you don't feel so okay. Mom and I would say our special code and poof, I would feel better. It was like magic. When I was a child, so the kid's grown up and he's going back and telling us what happened. So this is kind of like a photo album. When I was a child, Mom said, I fought bedtime. Hey, I do that too. I fight bedtime all the time. I do too. I hate going to bedtime. We do not use the word hate. I'm sorry. I mean, I fight bedtime because sometimes I still have extra energy left over. And what do I tell you to do, Green Bear? That I should exercise more during the day so I can get it out of my system. Maybe you should go run a lap. Good idea. Okay, so I didn't like to go to bed. I understand. I didn't like the dark. Get a nightlight. Mom would read me my favorite book. Ooh, KidTimeStoryTime. Sometimes twice. Oof, of course, at least 2 books a night. Give me a big kiss, turn off my bedside lamp, and say good night. She'd always turn on my Pinocchio nightlight. See, nightlight solutions work every time like a charm. I think that's it right there. Then we'd say our special code. I love you, Mommy. I'd say, I love you more. She'd say back, I love you most. I'd quickly add, I love you more than most, she'd say as she closed my bedroom door. And our special code helped me fall asleep. I love you more than most, like the title of the book. When I started kindergarten, Mom would say, I was afraid of my shadow. Oh, that's just a way of saying that you're a little bit nervous, a little jumpy. I wasn't sure I'd like school because I'd be away from my mom. And she said I'd love it. And I would make lots of great friends. And she would tell me she'd always be there when I needed her. Storyteller. Yes, Doug the dinosaur. Remember when I started going to school and I was very nervous? Of course I remember. But you were right. And how was I right? I love to hear that. Oh, because you said that I would learn a lot and I would get really smart and I would make new friends and I would enjoy learning about new things. And you were right. So you have nothing to worry about, or you either. Okay. All right. So for weeks, Mom would walk with me into my classroom and lead me to a group of kids playing. Oh, hey, these puzzles kind of look like fun. Mom would say as we pieced together a sprinkled ice cream cone. Ice cream cone puzzles sound fun and hunger-inducing. After a while, she'd give me a big hug and say, well, see you later, son, and have a super day. And then we would say our special code. Bye, Mom, I love you. I'd say, I love you more. I love you most. I love you more than most. She'd whisper back, and I'd run off to see the class pet rabbit. I love you more than most. So that's the special bond that keeps him strong, focused, grounded, happy. Mom said that as I grew, I had ants in my pants. Like this. Ah! I guess you took your run around the block already? Yeah, it's a short block. Ah! Ants in my pants! Ants in my pants! Like that. It was hard for me to be patient, something that Green Bear really understands. I couldn't sit still. After every soccer game, even if we lost, Mom would high-five me and tell me, I was an awesome goalie. She would say a real champion is someone who knows how to win and lose. Hey, you told me that once too. Yes, of course, because the real heroism is in the trying of it. Whoa, that's deep. I love you, Mom, I'd say, throwing her my goalie gloves and running to the school playground to catch up with my friends. Love you more. Love you most. Love you more than most. I'd hear her say as she sat on the bleachers to talk with other moms. Now, when I was in high school, oh, we are growing up so fast here. Mom said, I burned the candle at both ends. I remember the first time I heard that saying, I totally didn't understand what it meant. But it meant that you're going full throttle. Instead of just burning the candle on top, you're burning it at both ends. You're burning out super fast. You got to take good care of yourself if you're going 100 miles a minute. With my homework, sports, hanging out with my friends, and a part-time job, it was tough to get a good night's sleep. See, that's burning the candle at both ends, doing a lot at once. She'd knock on my bedroom door. Lights out, son, time for bed. Usually she'd have to knock a couple more times before I finally turned off my light. Son, lights out. Okay, Mom, love ya. Love you more. Love you most. Love you more than most. I'd hear her say as she's heading down the stairs. Oh my goodness. We read so many KidTime StoryTimes that we got a scholarship to go to college. So when I started college, Mom told me I was beginning a new chapter of my life. Yes, because if your life is like a book, big moments like this, going to college, are new chapters. Or when you go from elementary to middle school, new chapter. Middle school to high school, new chapter. You know, going into double digits in your ages, new chapters. So many new chapters. I was going to be living on my own now, making my own decisions, and I was a little nervous. I bet she was too. But I felt prepared. My family and I piled into our dark green minivan, and Dad drove for hours to my new home away from home. Road trip. After my family helped me settle into my college dorm, ooh, this is the hard part. We said our goodbyes. Dad gave me a big hug and patted me on the back, told me to have fun, study hard, and make good choices, and passed him some money for, a little spending cash. My sisters hugged me too and said they'd miss me. Look at that, they're helping him unpack his clothes, helping him set up his room. When it was time to say goodbye to Mom, though, I noticed she was fighting back tears. It made me think of the times when I felt scared and nervous or uncomfortable. It made me think of all the times when I had been the one needing reassurance. It made me think of our special code. Mom, don't be sad, I told her. You should be happy. You raised me well. You taught me how to overcome my fears. That's like fighting your fears. You taught me compassion and kindness. You taught me how to be a good sport and how to be patient and confident and responsible. You showed me love. Oh, these are all things that if you tell your mom this stuff any day, but like say on Mother's Day you tell her this, oh my goodness, your mom will be so happy. Mom smiled and gave me a tight squeeze. I love you, son. I love you more. I love you most. We gave each other one more big hug. Then Mom closed the door and headed to the minivan, and I went into my college dorm. Then I turned around. Mom! I shouted, running down the hallway and throwing open the door. She swung around and turned towards me. I love you more than most. Oh, I love you more than most. From little to big. Mom's always our #1 fan. So now you know you can have your own code with your mom. Oui, just like I had a code in the resistance. Oh, I said too much. There goes Gilles again. All right, kid, remember, always show the ones who love you that you love them right back. See you next time on KidTime StoryTime.